Hey everyone, James with Torches and Tactical, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are looking at a little powerhouse. This is the Wurkkos HD03. Now this isn't just a flashlight, it's a compact, feature-packed, I'd say clip light that's aiming to be your new favorite EDC carry. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I want to tell you right now that with the HD03, we are going to be talking about some dedicated spot and flood channels, a strong magnetic clip, although it is a little on the smooth side. I'll be frank with you up front. And on top of that, there is also USB-C recharging. There is a full RGB light show. So is it all hype? We're going to dive into the beam shots, user interface, and I want to show you what this does outside. So then we'll get into the final verdict. So if you're new here, welcome. And for any of you guys who have seen my videos before and are returning, thanks for coming back. So if this review helps you out, give a quick tap of that like button and a subscribe, because that would be amazing and it helps the channel out a ton. So let's get into it. Okay, first up, I want to take this outside before I go through the everything that came with it, and before I go through the user interface and all that stuff. I want to go ahead and take this outside so you guys can see it. That way you know exactly what we're talking about up front. So let's just get into it. Alright guys, tonight we're out with the Wurkkos HD03, the fantastic, frankly, little clip light, the new one from Wurkkos. So I'm just going to go ahead and press and hold. And right now we are in flood mode. The moonlight is 1 lumen, operates for 35 hours. You're not going to see too much, but I'm going to go ahead and press and hold again. It will kick it up to 15 lumens. Are you guys seeing any of this yet? Here, it is on, I promise. 15 lumens for low. Press and hold one more time. There we go. We can start seeing it on camera now. Medium is 75 lumens. Press and hold one more time. This is 150 lumens. And if I do a double press, this is 320 lumens from floodlight mode. This will run for an hour and 10 minutes. And if I flip that switch on the side, actually, hold on, I'm going to shut it off first. Now if I flip that switch on the side, I'm going to flip it up and now press and hold. So here you guys can see, now we are in moonlight for spotlight mode. This is also 1 lumen. This will operate for 36 hours. Press and hold. Here we go. This is 20 lumens. Press and hold one more time. Medium is 110. Press and hold one more time. High is 320. And if you want the piece de resistance, so to speak, we're going to go ahead and double press. Oh, there's a spider web right across there, so it's kind of getting some glare. But this is 680 lumens from turbo and spotlight mode. This will run an hour and 10 minutes. Obviously, when it gets a little bit warm, it will step down. But lots of usability from such a small pocket light. Now, one really nice thing is I'm going to press once. I'm going to bring it back down from turbo. Press again to shut it off. And from any of those modes, what you can do is 1, 2, while it's off, and it accesses the RGB modes. So I'm going to do a press and hold, and you can see it start to change colors. Now it's like purple to pink. It's going to go red, yellow, green, and cycle through all of those. Now I'm going to go ahead and double press again. Whatever color you were on, it's just going to flash that now. So you can still press and hold. If you want to settle on pink, let go, and it'll flash that pink. Going to do another double press, 1, 2, and now we have a red and a blue, sort of law enforcement strobe. Now I'm going to do another double press, 1, 2, and you can see that soft color change. I don't have to hold any buttons down for this. It will just kind of do that cyclical rotation through all the colors. I'm going to do another double press, and here we have sort of a chasing color. I hope you guys can see this in camera, but all of the RGB, the typical R and the G and the B, the red, the green, and the blue, those are chasing each other right now. But I will show you guys inside just to make sure that you can fully see. So I'm going to do another double press, 1, 2. And here we go. Now it's a single color chasing, but you can press and hold. And it'll start cycling through some colors. And I'm going to do another double press, 1, 2, and it will just go back to that solid color. So lots of options for the HD03. As far as those RGBs, you do have the switching flood and spotlight, flood and spot. So now that we've seen this, again, I will show you those chasing RGBs inside, but in order to do that, we got to get back inside. So let's do that. All right, so we went outside with the Wurkkos HD03, and now that you guys have seen all those beam shots, I do want to, I'm actually going to set down the HD03, and I want to just take a quick peek. So Wurkkos has basically done a rebrand or a redesign of everything they do. So this is the first I've seen it, and apparently it's on their HD02 as well. I don't have one of those for review yet, but you better believe that I'm hoping that that Wurkkos is watching this video right now, and they're going to send one of those for review. So you can see the HD03 in green. It does come with a black, a green, a blue, I believe a blue. Oh gosh, now I'm second guessing myself. And then the orange that I have here. So actually, oddly enough, come to think of it, I think black is the one that could be kind of hit or miss. But you can see their rebrand. Frankly, I think it looks amazing. The attention to detail on the box, I do like the green color as well. It carries through very, very nicely. And you can see a bit of, I don't want to say Olight, but I mean, I'm going to say Olight. It kind of reminds me of the approach that Olight has taken. But inside the packaging, you do get a welcome to the Wurkkos family. All their social media is down here on the bottom. I'm going to get this out of the way. Inside the package, you do get a small lanyard. Frankly, I don't often use lanyards on mine. I do like how it has its independent ring with the small, thin cable set there, so you can attach it to here more easily. And then you also get a USB-C to C, because like I said, this does have USB-C charging, and it's going to be a really, really nice way to make sure that it stays topped off. So let's get this out of the way. You already saw the packaging. I'm going to get that out of the way too. And the user manual. So the user manual is going to walk you through how to use the HD03. It's also going to give you all the specifications and everything. So it's going to be a really fantastic way in order to make sure that you get the most out of it. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and focus on the HD03. Now this is very, very cool looking, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say that there were obvious O-clip influences here. So to start, I want to take a look at the flood beam. So you can see here, you have the button to turn it on right here. And on the side, you can switch between spot and flood, spot up top, flood down low. So I do want to focus on here, and you can see right now that this creates a massive, almost 180-degree smooth, even wall of light. So if we're working up close or lighting up a tent, or even just find something in your car, I think that this is exactly what you're going to want. So it has a full range of brightness levels from a super low lumen 1 mode, or super low 1 lumen mode. Wow, sorry, my dyslexia. So super low 1 lumen mode. And it goes all the way up to a surprising 320 lumens on turbo in flood mode. So for a light this small and lightweight, it is just 49 grams after all. But for a light this small and lightweight, that is seriously impressive. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the spotlight, and this is where it's a little less perfect for me. What I mean by that is it doesn't really give you that defined hot spot. So the beam isn't quite as crisp as I would like. It is a distinct oblong or oval shape, and if you're picky about your beam profiles, you will notice that. It is functional for adding a bit of throw, but compared to how great the floodlight is, the spotlight feels a little like it could have been more refined. Now, it isn't a deal breaker, but it is something to be aware of. So let's talk about controlling this thing. The user interface is pretty straightforward. So like I said, you have one main button on the side, and then you have a toggle switch over on the other side. So this is going to switch, like I said, between that spot and flood mode. So you have spot up top and flood down low, spot top, flood low. And in order to operate this, actually I'm going to go, I'm already in flood mode. So one single click does turn it on. And while it's on, you can press and hold the cycle through the brightness levels. So you can, when it's on, you can do a double press, and it will go to turbo in either spot or flood mode. And you can do a triple press, 1, 2, 3. And you do get that strobe as well, 1, 2, 3. There you go. 2 modes while it's on emergency, the strobe. It will go to the strobe and SOS, and then another 2 presses will go to beacon. So when you have the HD03 off, you can do triple press from here, 1, 2, 3, and it will lock out the light. So you get that flash letting you know that, hey, someone's trying to turn it on, but it's not going to turn on in your pocket. Now, one thing to note is it doesn't have a memory mode for the white light. So if you do like to typically turn it on in lower mode, that may be something that kind of gets you, but frankly, I don't mind. Now for the party trick. So when you're on here, here, 1, 2, 3, there, that will go ahead and engage it. So for the party trick, when it's off, you can do a double press, 1, 2, and it will access the RGB mode. Now, I know you saw this outside, but I wanted to run through some of these here. So from here, you can press and hold, and it will cycle through all those colors. There you go. You see that right there? And you can do a double press, 1, 2. This will go to a flash, another double press, 1, 2. This is going to go to a red-blue flashing or alternating, and then 1, 2. Now this is going to do, by itself, I'm not pressing the button, by itself it's going to just cycle through very quickly. And then we'll do 1, 2. So this is going to be, I hope you guys can see this. Here, I'm going to set this down. So it is chasing the RGB lights. So you have red, green, and blue just chasing each other. It looks a lot better in person, I promise you that. Or here, you guys can see it like this. There. Now I'm going to do a double press again, 1, 2. And now this is on a much lower output level, but it is just a single color chase, and you can press and hold, and it will start to cycle through other colors as well for this. So very, very useful, very fun, very exciting. There's a bunch of really cool dynamic effects and color fades, flashes, and those neat swirling patterns. And it's a fun bonus feature for ambient lighting or even just to play around with. So guys, as far as my final thoughts on the HD03, let's be blunt. It's impossible to look at this light, like I said earlier, and not see the influence of Olight's popular O-Clip. Now, I just recently reviewed the O-Clip Ultra, and it's fantastic. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. Frankly, I think this is a little more fun, though. That's all I can say. It's so much more fun than the O-Clip series. So the form factor and feature set are very clearly in the same ballpark, but this definitely has that fun factor. So in my opinion, Wurkkos actually improved on the design for the O-Clip in a lot of key ways. And for me, the biggest win is probably clip placement, because instead of having the hinge down here and opening up top, this is going to open at the bottom. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat. Frankly, it's smooth aluminum, or it's anodized aluminum, so it doesn't grip on that well or won't stay. But if you have it on a rougher surface, then that's not going to be an issue at all. But I know I meant to talk about the magnets earlier, but if you like the O-Clip series, I wish this had a little bit more grip, and then I think nothing could top this. It's so much fun. I think the ergonomics are great. I think the floodlight is probably best in class. The magnet is useful. I just wish that it had maybe this diamond pattern up here, just to give it a little more grip and not slide around. So if you're looking for an ultra versatile hands-free clip light, the HD03 is a phenomenal contender. I think really my only gripe is going to be probably the built-in battery. So I always prefer to use user replaceable cells for long-term reliability, but sealed units in this form factor are very, very common. So guys, I think Wurkkos has delivered a fantastic product here that delivers a ton of value. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think that amazing floodlight and RGB are worth the trade-off for that spot beam? Let me know your thoughts down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys could like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, click on that bell notification, because that'll let you know when we have other videos coming out. And Wurkkos, go ahead and send that HD02 as well. I'd love to review that. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.